Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on these transitions from the action panel to skills panel. So here when I press X, you see there is a little animation that highlights that I have pressed X, and then we go to this skills panel, and from here we can use RT and LT to switch sides, and if I press B I can go back, and here check again. If I press X, you see the X button blinks a little bit before I transition into the next screen. So yeah, this is what I'm working on, what I'm going to work on today. And also here we can transition the selected character. We can switch the selected character as well, but this is not something we would enable for the actual game. This is just for testing purposes. So yeah, let's see how to have this animated transition in this episode. And before we get started, let me remind you that here is the full playlist of this series. Everything is implemented from scratch and explained. You can follow these episodes and implement everything by yourself too. And from my Patreon page, you can download the full project file. Actually, when you become a member, not just this project, you will be able to access all thousands of projects I have done. To the date, there are 2000 videos. For each video, project files are accessible for members. Right, so let's get into today's episode now. Right, so this is what we have worked on so far. Here we can go to skills, and in the skills I can switch sides like this. Now if I press B, I can go back. Now here you can see we have a very nice transition menu, a transition animation for this main action panel, but for this skills panel we don't have one. So we are going to create one, and we are going to play that as we transition from actions to skills. So to do that, let's go here and to skills. How should we do this? I'll add an animation, grading, let's say, and this is the main, this horizontal box, or actually this size box is the main widget that contains everything. What if I modify its scale transform? Right, yeah. So initially, no, let's set this as a 0.5 second or half a second animation. So at the end of the animation, this is the way it should look like. So here I'll give this value scale value at 0.5, and in the beginning I'll first try this with 0 and key. Now this is how it looks. Okay, at the same time I want to change the scale also. Let's set to 0 here and key again. Now you see it's expanding from the center, but I think it would look cool if it expands instead of from here, from over here. So how do we do that? Maybe let's add a translation. I'll key to this original location here, and then in the beginning Does it move at all? Yeah, it does. Let's try minus 300 and key this. Now if I play, see, now it expanded from here. Nice. Okay, good. Oh, it's all gone now. So let me reset these values so we can still see it without when we are not playing the animation. Okay, nice. Now here on activated, do we have activated? We don't. So let's play the animation on activated. Activated. So this event will be called when this widget is activated, and I think I have some stuff happening in the parent function, in the parent event, which is the unactivated event of this base activatable widget. Oh, we don't, but in case we might add later on, it's better to have this. And then I'll play animation. The animation is fading. All right, let's see. Okay, playing. Yeah, so okay. Okay. And this transition, I think we should not allow that. If I am in the skills panels, we shouldn't allow this. But that is actually not something we allow for player in the actual game, because the turn for each player is selected by the program, not by the player. Therefore, I'll keep this just for testing purposes, but in the real game, you will not be able to manually switch characters. So yeah, it's working now. Another thing I would like to do is when I press X here, when I press X, I need to see which button I pressed. So I might do some effect for that. Skill button, action button. Right. We need to change the size of the preview size, so it looks good. Now this is the image, so I want to highlight that this is the action that I selected for whatever the action I press. So to do that, let's add another animation. Maybe let's just enlarge this. I'll call it blink. And let's deal with scale here too. I'll add a key here in the beginning. And maybe this should be a very short animation. Like 0.25 seconds. So it's like this. Yeah. Also, let's add the highlight to this overall color itself, color as well. So here I'll mark key this and then key that at the end too. Here let's Add some more overlay color. Okay, this should be highlight enough. So, oh, I didn't key that. Maybe the overall scale as well. At the end, it should be 1. At the beginning also, it should be 1. But in the middle, let's make it 1.2. Again, I forgot to key that. Maybe let's delay this. Oh, this should happen earlier. This should become much bigger, relatively. These are details. You can do whatever you want. Alright, now let's add a custom event. Blank button and play animation, and the animation is blank. Compile. Now let's go to the WBP actions, and here now we have this X. Before I push this, I'll get the skills button and call blank and give a delay of 0.2 seconds should be enough to register that which button was activated. Let's try. Oh, this is already big, which is not what I intended. Go back to the button. The way I want it. White. And this should be 1. And this also, it is already 1. So yeah, now it looks in the original size. Okay. Is that good enough? Maybe as we blink this selected button, we should fade the other button too. These other buttons. So how do we do that? Yeah, we can add another animation. Fade. So basically, let's use this render opacity. And I was using the overlay. Not the overlay. I want to manipulate the entire thing. Right. Now, we said that I don't want that to be faded out by default. Now here, let's get this all other buttons. We need another event. Fade button. Oh, custom event. Fade button. The animation. Right now, in the actions, I'll call fade button. And it should be called for all other buttons. Items, attack, and aim. Right, let's check. It was fast, but that's good. Actually, let's modify this animation. It's too slow because this is only 0.25 seconds. This is 0.5 seconds. It is not great. Let's try now. Yeah, that's more clear. Okay. So if you want to see that a little bit more, you can increase this delay here. So now you see clearly we selected scales. Okay, right. That's pretty much all I want to cover in this episode. So thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download here in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.